Good morning and welcome back to Straight and Narrow Acres. I'm Georgia, and today on the homestead we're going to be talking about chickens and fowl. One of my dearest girlfriends was asking me a lot of questions about feed, care, and whatnot for our girls, our egg layers. And it just so happened that we picked up two new all white-breasted turkeys. So I thought, let's turn it into a fun video on how we care for all of the fowl here on the homestead. Now today, our white-breasted turkeys are ready to be released into Gen Pop with the peacock Kevin and the blue Sumatra Iris, who doesn't really do much of anything except keep the peacock company and look cute. But sometimes that's good enough, right? Well, stay tuned and enjoy a little video on how we take care of our chickens and our fowl here on the homestead. God bless. Y'all ready for the day? Okay, while the other girls here are getting a drink of water, we're gonna keep the little bantam in for just another minute because the girls have really been pecking at the top of her head. She's at the bottom of the pecking order. So we're gonna put this product on her head to reduce cannibalism, keep her nice and clean and healthy, and see if that'll help deter the girls from pecking at the back of her head. I bet you thought that I was trying to practice safe social distancing. However, these masks also come in handy for mucking out coops, which is what I'm about to do right now to get ready for two newcomers. Post-apocalyptic wear is also necessary when working with diatomaceous earth. Actually, I should have put the goggles on earlier when mucking all that junk out of the chicken coop because the dust gets in my eyes and then I get styes really easily. So I normally wear these when I muck out the horse stall too. Anyway, we have mucked and it is down to the ground in there. And before we do anything else, I'm going to spread a very liberal amount of diatomaceous earth on the ground. So there we go. We gave the coop a nice dusting with diatomaceous earth. And hopefully that'll prevent all the bad bugs, mites, and yucky critters from thriving and living in here. And as you can maybe see from the camera, there's a lot of this powdery diatomaceous earth. It's so microscopic on the scale of level it can cause harm to you and your animal's lungs. So it's really important to be protective, not to breathe that in or let your animals breathe that in. Well, I'm gonna just dump all of this nasty stuff in one of our sections for yucky stuff. And then I'm gonna put some fresh hay in for our new turkeys, which Nick is pulling into the driveway right now with. Super exciting. Pressure washing some things. Hey. That's fun noise. I like your pretty song. Aw, you gonna snuggle? You gonna hide from me now, pretty girl? Alright, Kevin and Iris are locked up in their own coop, and we're gonna let the turkeys have this space. They got a nice new hanging little forage cake there, and they're gonna get acclimated out here before we reintroduce them or introduce them to the other guys. And before we do that, I'm gonna put just a little bit of medicine on them. I already got these two birds in there underneath their wing just to get rid of any pesticides and mites and prepare them for the season that we got going on here. Here's your pretty girl right here. Nick's gonna lift up her wing, one wing. All right, sweetheart. Right there. And just a couple drops. One. It's all right. 2, 3-ish. Yeah, that's good. And I just did this to all the chickens, especially come springtime when they're all starting to get bad bugs. The rooster had mites. Pretty girl. Hi. 6 months old. More power washing. Yeah. What do you think? Oh, you're so pretty. Such a pretty girl. All right, go with your sissy. Just a little bit of apple cider vinegar into the water. So another product I like to give straight away to any new poultry that come onto the farm is this product called Strike 3 here. It's a natural dewormer, and this is especially important for the larger fowl breeds like the peacocks or turkeys, because they tend to pick up more parasites than just your average chicken. So I'm gonna ask Nick to put like 3 little spoonfuls on the tray that they're pecking on right there. And oh look, she's already making a little nest for herself over here in the hay. They're getting comfy, the girls. And since, I guess partly because they're so young, only 6 months old, let me turn it around and show you. Already getting comfy and bedded up. Aw, so sweet. Getting comfy already. I think they like their new digs. So we're gonna set them up with some food. We were told that they like chick starter, is that right?
Yeah.
Which I happen to have a brand new bag of chick starter. And the peacock and the hen that live in here are on larger pellets, but they'll still eat the chick starter. It's smaller and easier for them to peck at and eat. And when this won't last very long, when I fill it up again, I'll add a little bit of oyster shell for everyone to help break up the mash that they're eating, and add maybe some other goodies like some seeds. And I like to put some of these around the food on the little plate that I have for them, cackleberry nugget treats. And this just has some extra yummy stuff especially for game fowl. This one actually is specified for turkeys and peacocks. So I think everybody should be happy. And I'm gonna watch the way you hold that little saucer there. And Nick's gonna put that right on in the middle of the dish. Move some of that around. Great. And then would you please take a spoonful of that Strike 3 and then sprinkle it into the actual holes, so that the first thing that they go to pick up is some of that Strike 3 pellets. Hey, Kern. Sweet. And they've got fresh water. This one has a little apple cider vinegar. And there's a water inside of this little coop right here. And that one has Vermex in it, which is like a menthol oil, and that helps a healthy respiratory system for all the fowl. Tomorrow morning we'll let out Kevin and Iris, and everyone will greet and meet inside of the aviary. What do you think, sweetie? This one's a little lazy. I think that one's in a little bit of shock, maybe. This girl here is super friendly, though. Already very different personalities in the girls. And the babies are crying out there, so we better get out to feed the goats. Checking on the girls here. Looks like they're really eager and ready to meet the peacock and blue Sumatra. So here's little Nova, November in the front, and Desi, December in the back. Hey girls, you ready to meet your new roommates? out, Iris. Here's a good girl. Okay, we've propped the window open so tonight all of the birds can go into the coop in the playhouse and sleep together. It looks like they don't really mind each other much. They're already getting along real well. What do you think, Kevin? You got a harem of unique females here. You gonna take care of our turkeys for us? Let them get nice and fat and happy come November, December. This is my delicious mix of dried fly larvae and seeds. You can hear Iris chirping. She knows what's up. We'll just throw a couple handfuls in here. Chicken, to get them going. Start training the turkeys to that special sound. Chicken, which means there's yummy food. Let's see if the chickens will give us a good demonstration of that. Chicken! Here they come. Here's the girls. Where my girls at? Here's my girl chickens. Here's Red, the Rhode Island Red. There's Cassie and Honeysuckle, who have some love rub marks on the back there when we had Cluck Norris, the rooster. Here's Susan. She's a Polish blend. And I'm betting that Mum, our Easter egger, is already found a place to lay. The little bantam, they're just more flighty, and she's a little more timid, so she doesn't come running like these girls do. These are my good girls right here. Yes, they are. So I'm making sure that in their food they have some extra feather fixer type food to help repair where the rooster's spurs have rubbed their little backs raw. That little rooster. Here we go, girls. Yeah. I don't like to put the seed inside of their food because when I do that, they just kick out everything just to get to the seeds. So normally in here, I just keep grain and oyster shell. Otherwise, if I put stuff like dried mealworms or seed in there, they just will kick everything out to get to the good stuff. It's like a little kid pushing away the green beans just so that they can get to the sweet potatoes with marshmallows melted on top. This is the bag I'm currently using to feed the chickens with. It's just a general layer egg feed. It's nice and crumbly, so it mixes in real well with the oyster shell. And this is just a classic bird mix, seed mix that they like to have. And we've got some of this nice egg maker omega extra bougie yummy stuff that I'll mix a couple cups or scoopfuls in with their feed. And I like to sprinkle some diatomaceous earth in there as well, which helps eliminate pests. Go lay some eggs for me, girls. Hopefully up there, if not in the barn. Then I put this little layer basket here with some fake eggs. That's why they got hearts on them right there, so that they'll be encouraged to lay. I really like these ceramic eggs. They work as really good tools, but sometimes the girls just kind of catch on and get creeped out by them, I guess, and they will kick them all the way out. Oh my word. Hey, Mom. Did you lay an egg for me in there? Great, here comes Aiden. Collecting some fresh eggs. Bring them on over here. Let's see what you got. Okay, ooh, we got that nice, beautiful Easter egger. Sweeten the little bantam one. Nice, and we'll take them over here, give them a little rinse with a special brush that we only use for eggs, let them dry. And then we get to take them over and add them to the beautiful collection of eggs we have in here. Yay! We're gonna have to make some frittata or quiches or omelets soon because we're starting to overflow.